today we're going to do our final debate for our debate class. On this side we have the affirmative team. They will be arguing for the motion that video games are good for you. The team captain is Koichiro, and the first speaker is Kena, but she is not here. So her part will be read by Yuma, and he will also be the second speaker. And we have the team opposition, who is against the motion. The team captain is Yui, our first speaker is Hikari, and our second speaker will be Megumi. So we will start with the affirmative team captain, and then after he reads, we will go to the opposition team captain. Okay. Yeah, you.
So, I'd like to explain about why playing video games are good for us. So there are 3 reasons why it's good for us. The one reason why playing video games are good for us is to play video games have a good influence for us. The second reason why playing video games are good for us is we can earn money by playing video games as a game player. The third reason why playing video games are good for us is we can make friends as we play video games. So first, I would like to explain about first reason. And there are a lot of things which have already scientific proven about playing video games. And video games are played not only for just fun for people, but also sports players and doctors to concentrate themselves in music. One investigation, one doctor played a video game just 30 minutes before operation as a part of investigation. As a result, the man who performed an operation said that I could concentrate very well, and the operation succeeded very well thanks to playing video games. And also, some investigators say that the children who play video games are good at having relationship among the society more than the children who don't play video games. Therefore, there is certain scientific proof the reason why playing video games are good for us. Thank you.
We are against the motion. First, I will talk about how people who play video games can't adjust into society. Second, Hikari will talk about intellectual problems. Third, Megumi will talk about physical problems. Video games are not good for us because it will create people who can't adjust into society. Especially, it is not good for children. According to the Japan Baby Congress, video games will reduce the chance that parents and children talk. It will make children into the kind of person who can't talk well or don't have emotion. It is definitely not good for them because they will have many problems from that, such as they can't make friends or can't enjoy their life. From that, some of them will become the kind of person who stay indoors. If children play video games for hours every day, they will lose 1/4 of the time they awake. It means when they became 12 years old, they already lost 3 years. This is definitely not good for them to adjust society. My brother, who plays video games all the time, he is losing his time. Because of that, he is not good at talking and not good at thinking others. Thank you.
Now we will have the first speaker from the affirmative team, and then we will have the first speaker from the opposition team.
Okay. So I am the first speaker for the motion. The reason why video games are good for us is because recently video games is not only for having fun. Can be job. It is called esports. It's not still famous in Japan, but the number of players is increasing. The competition of esports are holding every year in the world, especially South America and Asia. Many companies are sponsoring the competition, such as fast food company and PC product company. Because of that, prize money is very expensive, and also they can earn money by producing PC product and appearing campaign. So they are succeeding in many ways. There is a proverb in Japan. It says, "What one likes, one will do well." We can say same proverb for playing video games. Some people say playing video games are bad for us, but no one say playing sports is bad for us because some player can be professional. Why? Why people say so? I think the reason is preconception that playing video games are bad. But actually, playing video games are like sports because it just like use brain instead of body, and some of players who love video games can be professional. In conclusion, I agree with that playing video games are good for us because playing video games are not only for having fun. Thank you.
I am against that. Video games are good for us. I have 3 reasons. First, they harm our intelligence. According to research which was carried out by Tohoku University in 2015, they found that playing video games a lot influences children's brain development and language ability. They examined language ability of 200 people who are from 5 to 18 years old. In the second examination, it found that the longer children play video games, the lower their language ability became. Also, according to psychiatrist means doctor who specialize mind. There are reported many times that video games affect cognitive function. Cognitive function means that a special ability of the process by which knowledge and understanding. For example, it becomes high risk of delinquency, getting worse grade, being late for school, and being absent. Of course, if you do not study enough because of playing video games too much, your grade will go down. In addition, when you play video games, dopamine is released in your brain. Dopamine makes you feel excited. If you depend on video games, you can only feel excited while playing video games. So you feel uninterested for any other things. Gradually, you cannot quit playing video games even though your parents want you. There are some children who play video games after their parents go to bed. because they think that they will be scolded by their parents if they were found playing video games. The video games dependence gradually progresses, so people cannot notice it by themselves and surroundings. In conclusion, I think that video games are bad for us because they harm our intelligence, cognitive function, and they have terrible dependence.
Next we'll have the second speaker from the affirmative team, and then we will have the second speaker from the opposition.
Okay. So, playing video games is good for us to make new friends. Making friends is really important, especially when we are students. If we make friends when we are students, then they will be our friends until we die. They would help us wherever we are in trouble or struggle. Making a new friend is really important in our lives. However, some people may think that it is hard to make friends, but playing video games helps us to make friends. Since I was 10 years old, I have played video games. First I started playing video games. I thought it is not fun at all. Sometimes I didn't know the hints and tips for games, and eventually I quit playing video games. However, one of my friends taught me the hints and tips for games. Since then, he became my really good friend, and he has helped me a lot. He has helped me with not only games but also for other things too. Furthermore, now video games have been developed gradually. We can play video games with people from all over the world through the internet. Moreover, we can talk with them while playing video games. This is amazing. Even though we don't have much money to travel to make friends from other country, we still can be friends with them. We can learn about the culture of people all over the world by playing video games. Some of them will help us or encourage us to do good things. Playing video games definitely helps us to make our new friends, and making friends is really good in our life. Thank you.
I think playing video games are not good for us. I'd like to talk about the physical problem caused by playing video games. And my sister loves playing video games with her smartphone, and she's always playing video games whenever she can use her one hand. While she's playing video games, she concentrates so hard, and furthermore, she often stays up very late until almost morning to play video games with her phone. Of course, after she plays video games, she looks really tired, and because of that, she becomes angry really easily. She often fails her test because of video games. When my dad found out, he became really worried about her, and he decided to take her phone from her at 10 p.m. As you know, my father sometimes does too much, but I think he judged it properly this time. My sister got really angry at first, but while following this rule, she has become much healthier, and she seems to enjoy her life more. Nowadays, you can play video games really easily. According to the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications, 68.6% of people have smartphones in Japan, and 94.1% of people in their 20s have smartphones. Video games are fun, easy and cheap, but I don't think it is worth the sacrifice to your health and time. And I found a really interesting article about the bad effects of playing video games from the Ministry of Health and Welfare. They made 58 young boys and 31 young girls play video games for 1 hour to test the physical effects of video games. And it says 71% of people thought they wanted to continue to play video games, even though 60% of them felt tired or had a headache and so on. It says the point is that people that took the test really concentrated to play video games. And more than 50% of the people wanted to continue even though they felt tired. It also says it is good to experience concentrating on doing something, but especially for children, it is really difficult to control their desire to play video games for their condition. And in conclusion, I think video games are not good for us because it becomes really difficult to control yourself because it becomes to bad addiction.
So now we are going to have a 2-minute break for the teams to discuss and prepare what questions they would like to ask for the question and answer session, and we will move to the question and answer section of the debate. Thank you. So you can start talking to your team. Oh, we're doing 3 questions.
Three questions?
Yeah, so three questions.
So we have to prepare